number.
Huh?
2845. But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, it's press
And
B.
so he began to
Where'd the
fantasize
TV
about
gone?
his own job
Management rail. Are you
That's
kidding
it?
me?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
There's
You see,
no other
Stanley?
content.
This
Are
is
you
what
joking?
happens when greedy video game developers with no... How could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Is it
If
still...
this starts to become a thing where...
It's shorter again.
Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting...
Hello YouTube, it is Hockey Gamer with the daily Stanley Parable until we get the AMD CPU to arrive. And I am now reading text on Stanley Parable. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing the times you are setting correct. Well, it is, because I checked my watch. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Now, I want you guys, if you see this video, to comment down below a time that I have to set it to. The one with the most likes at the end of it is going to get it. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, let's get back to the video game now. Come on. There we go. Let's go back into the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
The office looks quite empty.
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yeah, I did.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Where
it
are
mean?
they?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know, I reckon that we gotta do one thing.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I feel like there's going to be something different this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We'll discover that ending later.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm pretty sure this is where we did leave off last time. We have it yet to explore there, apparently.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
An elevator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, I heard a circuit go then.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What's in here, I dare say?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I don't know,
What horrible
it's not got enough
secret did this
TVs. I
place
think we need a few more.
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We need more TVs. There's not enough TVs. Oh, we can't jump.
Now the monitors jumped to
fuse
life,
keeps
their
blowing
true
every
nature
time we press that.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, there we are. Let's see it. Yeah, that's our office. Oh, is it? Ooh, there's an elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I think it needs to exert its power.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Does anybody else think it needs its power? Whoa, everything's gone dark. Where am I?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
There's light.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had
Why
been
is it so
seeking,
bright in here? I
but
should go back
happiness.
and figure out more
Perhaps his
secrets.
goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Oh, I can't go
what
any
to
other
do,
way.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Whoa.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
That's a door?
Stanley felt the cool
Whoa.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now,
Can I
that
take
things were
control
meant
back?
to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Can I have control back, please? Nowhere. We beat the game. We beat the game already.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
That
could it
shouldn't be
mean?
possible.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this
No,
was not
thanks.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hey, this don't look too bad, does
Yes,
it?
truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't think that's a door, mate. Yeah, the door's not open. So I gotta go straight forward, don't I?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Eh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
Well, I'm
realize that
jumping
investing
down
your
this time.
trust in
I'm thinking
someone
we
else
carry
can
on.
be difficult.
I bet we
but
can
the
go
fact
somewhere.
is that the
He's trying to
story has
hide
been
something
about
from me.
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Nuh-uh.
Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who are we on about? I'm not too aware of what he's on about. Is that a phone?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Oh no, that's bright. Okay, so we're on a white screen. I think the game's crashed. Never mind.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
No.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
No, not her.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Mate.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
You've always done a
I'm
trick.
trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
That's evil trickery.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Are you kidding? Ah, no, these rooms are accessible. No, 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 no. No, he barricaded us in.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? I'm not gonna press it. I've pressed buttons all my life. I'm not pressing it.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
I pressed it.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I'm being told to press all the buttons.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing
Why
a
is my
button.
desk in here?
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, I haven't.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
That is
From
true.
behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
China.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, it's press
And so
D.
he began to
Where's the TV
fantasize about
gone?
his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere
even get
thought
choice.
that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy
far.
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Oh, where'd she go?
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
What is happening?
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Nuh-uh.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't
I'm not
listen
having
to
that
me.
on there.
He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Alright. How long do I have to sit here for him to tell me the thing that I haven't pressed is a good reason why I haven't pressed it? So, what can I think of to say that isn't related to the button, but I have back mapped buttons, thanks. I haven't pressed it yet, so something's got to happen, hasn't it?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay, so the game just black screened. Brilliant.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh? Ooh, a door.
Oh, new content?
I
What
wonder
does
what's
that
in
mean,
here.
new content?
I honestly want to know what's new.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh, this home computer.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I wonder what it is.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is it broken?
What's going on here? Should we...
Seems to be taking its
Should we
time.
be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
It's a wall. I don't know what you're talking about. Elevators are only... Oh, right. It's one of those elevators.
All right. All right, let's see. It's... the jump circle?
36. Oh, I can't jump anymore.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new
Another
content.
elevator?
There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, there has to be something else. There can't just be that.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Agreed.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
No.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
This looks cool.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Management rail. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
There's
You
no
see,
other
Stanley?
content.
This
Are
is
you
what
joking?
happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
That's right.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Just a bit
if you're
like
still
mine.
with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah, let's go back to the beginning, shall we? Huh, the office looks different. Savannah's in the background.
Psst! Stanley!
You're being picked
Come
up by
over
Mike.
here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
You're so needy today, what's up? Savannah's on the mic. Come on. Just sit down. I've literally only got. She's using my hand as like a cushion, which is brilliant. But my other hand is being used for the controller, which I'm now glad to be playing on because I'm good with multifunction on controllers. If you fall off the bed, it's gonna hurt. It's quite a far drop that for you. It's taking a while to load. I might cut this bit. There we go.
Okay, you remember how
it's 'cause
cheap
the
and
SSD is
unsatisfying the
dying.
new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's
shrine?
developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been
Memory zone.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Memory, sweet memory.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone
Steam
remind you of how
release.
wonderful Stanley
Over-
Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap
Overwhelmingly
re-release?
positive.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
They had a collector's edition. An audience award. Their own award. Ah, they've taken the BAFTA. I didn't realise that was the BAFTA. I thought that were a game award. Until I looked on the thing and it said the British British Academy of Film and Television Arts, which is BAFTA. Oh my god. They had music discs. Their first ever dollar. I get that joke. First ever dollar they made. Ah, it was a demonstration. Oh, why is there a keyboard on a CRT TV? I'm sorry, that's a bit odd. The alpha test. Go outside. Unachievable. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be in the film and arts department, is it? Oh yeah. I wonder what's in. Oh, I can't stay on that bench.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James
Wish it was
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I
readable on my
quote,
end.
"Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing
Nouveau
the
award.
original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
Honorable mention.
It's no
official
games at all.
collection and honorable-
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour of elevator content, huh? Sounds fun. What's down here? Oh, it's in maintenance. That's the first one I ever saw. Our first ever choice. Oh, wow. Ah. Person of the year, Stanley. Ah, and I can't reach those buttons. They make clicky sounds and I can't reach them. The happy button. I don't think we've ever seen that. The red and the blue door. What happened to Scott? Hey, an iMac. Well, I'm more worried about what happened to Scott, but I didn't know they edited this on IMAX. Oh, wow.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I'm more looking at the Source SDK box. I didn't know it was made in Source Engine. It looks like Unreal Engine.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it
There's a
all
door
over
down here?
again.
Oh yeah, maintenance door.
Wait,
Wonder what's in
hang
here.
on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh.
Oh no. God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from
no.
Steam, the online video game distributor. I
These
haven't looked at
people
these
are
in years.
ruthless.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
I wanna
Surely
see
these
some of the
reviews were glowing
reviews.
as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and
Getting called
unfunny,
obnoxious.
with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up
Work
a
of
handful of
art.
gags to
This is
insert into
quite
the
cool,
Stanley
that,
Parable,
actually.
but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, I do. Oh, I can't get in there. Unfunny.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You
Preachy.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley
Steam
Parable
reviewers
isn't
always
quite
review like that.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we
I'm
shall
checking
have.
screenshots for the thumbnail, yeah. You'll see it in the thumbnail.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
It's getting boring. Come on, lad.
Well,
Do
there,
better.
sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God...
Ramble.
Oh, Stanley,
Ramble.
you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Savannah,
I have someone
ramble.
to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Yep. Too much yapping.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're
Hi.
here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Oh, dearie, yappity. Huh? Why is he quiet? He's gone quiet on me. Too much yapping and he's gone quiet. Hey, the button's speaking in Morse code. Thank you, button.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave.
Dude, speak. Come on, I don't know if you're there or not, narrator. Speak.
The end is never the end.
And is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end.
Is never the end.
Hey, that's what it says at the bottom of the screen.
Is never the...
The roof's starting to leak. Where's the dog on? I wanted to get out. Okay, the roof has just started to collapse. The roof is collapsing. It's bright out there. And I heard a bee. Ooh, vegetation. The fact the button's hydraulic fluid stays in there for that long. I mean, yeah, it's a game, but like, in real life, the button would not be pressable anymore. It'd be seized up due to weathering. Is that dinos? Why are we at an angle? Oh man, that is oh well, we're in Nevada. Playing on an HDR monitor is crazy. So the Earth has just become sand. I must be 72 billion years away. I am officially 79 billion years old in this game. What am I next? That is a talent to get to. Just where's wiggly line at? Where's squiggly wiggly line? Alright now, button, come on. Oh. Nope, apparently not. Oh, we're in the office again. Savannah, isn't it odd that we're in the office now? Again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hold up. No new content.
Oh good, you noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Let's have a look. No doubt in mind you've done something crazy. For once. I'm gonna be so
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
That's a wall. Oh, woo! Stanley Parable 2!
Yes, you see, isn't this far
That's
superior
very
to a
deluxe, it
measly
sounds good.
re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up.
You just
Why
left
there are
it on
so many
Windows.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe?
You've made this all
What does it
in
even mean? But the
the logos
Stanley
and-
Parable 2, now that's an artistic
like that
statement
icon, though.
right there.
I'll take that.
It's future-oriented. It screams
Ooh,
progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear,
How would you make a
I haven't
second
quite
one, though?
nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
That's a lot
but
of
let's
twos.
take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
So now we're in the second parable, by the way. Ooh.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
This looks cool. Got it. The Stanley Parable 2. What's in here? Oh, that'd be a good idea.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
what
Yes,
would the
yes, it would go at
epilogue
the end of
about?
the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Settings World Champion. Oh, I can't be let in. An achievement, you say? Let's go have a look at it, shall we? It should be a good achievement. Try to make sure this video
Now,
stays
here's
under
something
an hour.
special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm
let's have a
developing
look.
a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's around this corner? I didn't get to see that. Oh, a bottomless pit. By the looks of these signs.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite
What would the logic
falling.
be?
You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Oh, we're
You see,
falling!
isn't
Oh,
it
it's infinite.
wonderful?
Let's
One
not
of my
worry.
more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
We'll
then,
fall forever,
since you've
won't we?
gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Is it actually bottomless though, mate?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on
yeah, I don't
the
have that button
sooner
on my
rather than
keypad.
later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated
Yeah,
the
we're still
infinite nature of
falling.
the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
This is so
I don't want
fun.
anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
You know,
Well,
falling
that
down
sort
a
of
hole, you
depends
guys,
on your
gives me a good
definition of
idea.
infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Means not to stop.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're
How'd the mug
unusually
survive the
fascinated by
fall?
falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Narrator, were you stressed out?
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
That
If
won't
works
settle
for
with the
you,
FCC.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to
Not
walk up to the
FCC,
top of the
the
hole and
actual
we can
federal
move on.
people who do
I'll
all
just
that.
be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very...
Oh,
Oh, for heaven...
fallen.
You see, I was right. The
Oh,
problem
we're
is
back
you.
in the hole.
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal
It is.
person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't
It's
need
getting
to see it
shorter
all,
by
but
the
not
looks of
you.
these
Oh,
dark
no,
spots.
no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you
Seems
spent
more
a little
finite.
less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Is it
If
still...
this starts to become a thing where...
It's shorter again.
Okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that
I
I'm
think it
starting to
is
hit
less
the
and
point
less
where it's
infinite.
no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax
Finally.
overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
It's just getting
Stanley,
shorter and
I have
shorter.
no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here,
Yeah, I do.
let's try something. Let's pop back
By
up
law
to the
of
top,
physics.
and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. How is this still appealing to you?
This
I
is
know
just
you're
a pond
obsessed
height.
with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's not working.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Yeah, it's not working.
You sure?
Oh, I'm pressing
Well, I mean-
Y.
I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
Well, he's
Stanley.
leaving us.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
That's
you get
true.
to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
That sounds brilliant
Take care,
to me.
Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Hey, at least we got eternity with the hole. Just went to go grab something while on the mic. That's why we get Bluetooth. Since I'm going to be stuck in this hole for a while, why don't you guys consider liking and subscribing? I'm turning this into a playlist, and then Harky PCs will be getting a follow-up update. Wait a minute, why are we moving? going deeper and deeper into this hole. I like this perspective. Thank God all this is non-copyright. Are you off? Don't touch that.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer
Stanley? Stanley?
using up this
Stanley!
Huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It
No, I'm
seems you
not.
had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because
we
this
can.
hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss
Rude.
a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the
No,
looks of
no.
things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Oh, he's left us again. You're joking. Is the hole moving again? Ugh. Nope. My graphics card's reloading. Brilliant. Alright, we've
Go
got
on,
one last
try out
thing.
some of the new features.
One last thing I'm gonna have to try out.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday
Ah,
it is.
reverse psychology works. Yay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Right. There's a bucket. Should we go have a look at that, guys? This will be the last thing we look at because this footage is coming on 52
A
minutes
common
long.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
Can only
anytime
read it.
you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Well, tomorrow we
As
get
long
to
as
see
you
more
hold
on
on
the
to the
bucket.
bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me
Of
than
course it
actually
is.
redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the
Not
bucket
much.
is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that
Yeah,
just
of course
holding
can.
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I have the door now? Because we've got to do the exit card, mate. Thank you.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Right, guys. This will be Harky Gaming signing off. Once again, this is a series that we are doing daily until the AMD Ryzen 5 5500 arrives. Figuring out all the endings that we can get using the bucket now so far, and without the bucket. So, from now on, I will be signing off. Will I, as Harky Gaming, and I will see you tomorrow and the day after that, and probably Friday, hopefully 2 times in a row. One for Stanley Parable, and the other for the CPU. So if you want to stay tuned for that, I will link both channels directly in this video, both Harky PCs and Harky Gaming. And yeah, there's not much else I can do on this game, so hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe if I haven't said that already. If you've watched all the way to the end, this is a secret message that I want you to type into comments. The parable is what I want you to type. Anyway, before this footage gets to an hour long, because that'll consume all my storage, I will see you guys later. Enjoy. Goodbye.